Well, hello to Prevention Plus Wellness. This is resource lesson number 2. And again, coming to you from Prevention Plus Wellness, LLC, located here, beautiful Jacksonville, Florida. And today's resource lesson is on the topic of electronic cigarettes or e-cigarettes. The resource is DrugFacts from the National Institute on Drug Abuse. So this resource describes what are e-cigarettes, how they work, how they affect the brain, their health effects, and as well as how they can help, what are the resources to help a person stop smoking or vaping e-cigarettes. So that's the resource. Now, the assignment for today regarding this resource is for you to write just 1 or 2 sentences, very briefly, 1 or 2 sentences summarizing each of the 5 main topics discussed on this website resource. So just a sentence or 2 on each of the 5 topics. So we're talking about really only 5 to 10 sentences. So no big project here, just a little bit of thinking and writing to help you sort of internalize these key topics. So let's go ahead and go to this website resource on electronic cigarettes, and let's take a look at those 5 main topic areas that you'll be writing a summary sentence or 2 about. So I'm going to point my cursor at the link, and I'm going to pull it up, and I'm going to make sure that I'm sharing this with you. So just give me a moment. Here we go. So now you should be able to see the resource link, and as you can see in the upper left-hand corner, National Institute on Drug Abuse. Below that, there's a brand new or recently a recent announcement about the COVID-19, the novel coronavirus that's running throughout the world, a pandemic. That's what a pandemic means, is throughout the world. And so there's a note about that. And so you can keep up to date on the COVID-19, the novel coronavirus, on a reputable resources online, those government resources such as the National Institute on Drug Abuse, Centers for Disease Control, and others. But anyway, let's focus today on vaping. And so below that COVID-19 notice, you'll see that the topic here is on vaping devices, electronic cigarettes. And this is all part of DrugFacts provided by the National Institute on Drug Abuse and the National Institute on Drug Abuse, or NIDA, as it's sometimes called. And this most recent information was revised January of this year. So here are the main 4 topics. I'm looking right in the center of the page here. The first topic that you'll be writing 1 or 2 sentence summarizing is, what are vaping devices? So there's a description there. And the second topic is, how do vaping devices work? And there's some subtopics here about vaping among teens. A third topic is, how does vaping affect the brain? And to the right of that, there's a government regulation of e-cigarettes, if you're interested in that. The next topic is, what are the health effects of vaping? Is it safer than smoking tobacco? Very important part of myths about vaping and tobacco cigarettes. And then to the right of that, reports on deaths related to vaping. There's a subtopic on health effects for teens. And I think this is the last topic: can vaping help a person quit smoking? And then some points to remember. So, and then there's some learn more links and references below that. So that's your page today. That's your resource. Those are the 5 topics. You're going to read those topics, and you're going to write just 1 or 2 sentences at most summarizing the main information in that. And then there's some extra content to the left, As you can see, more drug facts, health effects. That's actually just an outline of some things. And then to the right, there's also some additional information. So there's a lot of content on this page on vaping devices, electronic cigarettes, under the heading of Drug Facts from the National Institute on Drug Abuse. So that's NIDA. So one more time, let's go back to the assignment just to clarify things. So today's lesson, again, from Prevention Plus Wellness LLC, Jacksonville, Florida. This is the second resource lesson on electronic cigarettes. This is from Drug Facts, National Institute on Drug Abuse. And again, your assignment on the bottom of this page is to write 1 or 2 sentences summarizing each of those 5 main topical areas on the website. And those topical areas, again, are: what are e-cigarettes? How do they work? How they affect the brain, their health effects, and can vaping e-cigarettes help a person stop tobacco smoking? That's your assignment. I hope you find it worthwhile and enlightening. Please, again, once you learn this new information, just don't hold it to yourself, but share it. Share it with as many others as possible, your friends, your peers, your parents, anybody you run into. Go ahead and share it on social media if you want, so that you could also inform others about this really critical information about electronic cigarettes. All right, thank you for joining us today. Have a wonderful afternoon. Bye-bye.